What is the biggest challenge you faced in life? This used to be my bugbear question. I used to deeply resent it. I used to worry about facing this question. My personal life context was never super rosy, but it had nothing dramatic in it. I studied in 7-8 schools. I finished JEE in the first attempt. I got through. I did not great academically, and then I shifted track. And I cracked CAT, and I was sitting there. There was nothing in my life which was a down and then an up. If my underperformance in engineering was a problem, there had been nothing where I had worked on it. I had not overcome that biggest challenge. It was an average mediocre performance. It stayed like that. And so there was nothing dramatic going for me. It is very much possible that several of you are in that loop, in which case you'll probably have to temper that answer down and speak the truth. Like, I've not faced, I've been lucky enough, born into a level of privilege that I've not faced a dramatic challenge in my life thus far. I didn't have the courage or conviction to say in some ways that this question is not really relevant to me. This does not downplay what I've done in my life in any way. I was freaking 21. What big challenge will you face at that younger than that in your life? I was born to a middle class family which had just taken me on a ride. So there was nothing there in my life. So if you have not faced it, don't look to Bhayankar manufacture it. You'll have to still say, in that context, I could argue that my 4th semester was dramatic. And I'd never been used to any form of academic failure in my life. The first, I waltzed through my school time. I got into one of the best colleges in my state. My first year was fantastic. My 3rd semester was rather good. But after getting a CGPA of 8.9 in the first year and 8.7 in my 3rd semester, my GPA in my 4th semester was 7.1. There were mitigating circumstances, there were personal issues, there was one topic that I simply didn't get, I struggled with it, all of that. And then I had to pick myself up and claw myself back. It was a big loss of confidence. I lost my mojo academically and I had to fight back. In fact, my 5th semester was only about 7.6. Because I'd lost my sense of how high I could compete with. But by the time I was in my 6th and 7th semester, I was back to 8.6, 8.7. So it was a spell that was a learning curve for me, and that really helped. It's a simple thing, but weave it in the context of, hey, look, there's nothing dramatic, but in this context, I've done this. Right? Between personal and professional, my preference, if you have no big thing either way, could be professional. But sometimes personal experiences are very powerful. There are personal stories that are poignant, they're very on case, they're true and they're super challenges. As I said, I have not faced that. So I cannot manufacture a personal context for myself, nor should you. But if the small minority among you who do have a personal context which has been fiercely challenging, you should showcase that. You should not shy away from that just because it is personal. It doesn't have to be front and center and be your candidacy. But if it appears, you outline that. Not like one enormous a story and a saga in and of itself, but in the context of how it shaped you. Make it true, keep it real, make it true, representative of what you are, without dramatizing it. And so it could be either one, more than this or that in this question. If you don't have a dramatic thing, frame that and then go to the less dramatic thing as one illustration. Don't say, oh, the greatest challenge I faced in my life, a problem that nobody should ever come across is the fact that I got a 7.6, 7.1 in my 4th semester. It was dramatic, and it's not. It's not. It'll be like, dude, grow up. And so frame it in a way where it's not really a big deal, but having said that, this was a challenge and this is the things I had to do. And so I did not have the wit or common sense to say, look, I've not faced anything dramatic so far in my life. Having said that, this was a challenge. This is what I did. I couldn't phrase it like that. Have the courage to frame the answer like that. Best wishes for your PI, bro.